Substitution. In maths, you cannot escape it. It is everywhere. It's something that you need to know. You'll be given a question which looks something like this with an unknown variable. That unknown variable, they will give you a value for. You take this value and you substitute it in to find out what the value of b is. So let's do that. When x equals 6, we're going to take b equals 50, 6 minus 4, so we've substituted in 6 as x there, divided by 6 minus 2. We're first going to deal with the numbers inside the brackets in the numerator. So you can have 50 times, because that's 50 times everything in the brackets, 6 minus 4, which is 2. You're going to divide it by 6 minus 2, which is in the denominator, and that's going to be 4. Let's now just multiply the numerator, and that's 50 times 2, which is 100. And divide that by 4, which is going to mean that your answer is 25. So therefore, b would equal 25. However, you're never going to get a question that easy. In this problem, we have p squared plus 3 divided by 4 minus p, when p equals minus 3. With substitution, brackets are very important. You have to pay attention to your brackets, and you should get into the habit, even if it feels unnecessary, to always use brackets. So let's get minus 3 and sub it in here. So you're going to do brackets minus 3 all squared plus 3 divided by, then you have 4 minus brackets minus 3. The reason why there are brackets here is if you put this into your calculator without brackets, it will think that the minus is sitting outside. So it will do 3 squared, which is 9, and then it will do minus times that 9, so minus 1 times 9. So then it will give you an answer as minus 9. However, when you put brackets, it means that you're doing minus 3 times minus 3, which means that minus times a minus is a positive, so you will get 9. Plus 3. 4 minus minus 3 is 4 plus 3, which is 7. Let's now do the addition in the numerator. So 9 plus 3 is 12 divided by 7. Depending on what the question asks, you can either leave it as a top-heavy fraction, or you can simplify it into a mixed number. So you can get 1, 5 over 7. But what do you do if you have a substitution with two variables? It's the exact same thing, except for you have a value for x and a value for y. Be careful with what you do and make sure that you're placing the values for x and the values for y in the correct places. So let's take x equals minus 2 and plug it in at the top. So you're going to get minus 2 times y, which is 3, plus 20, and then you're going to divide that all by y minus x, so you're going to get 3 minus brackets minus 2. We can then simplify the top, so you're going to have minus 2 times 3, which is going to be minus 6 plus 20. 3 minus minus 2 is the same as 3 plus 2, so therefore you would have 5 on the bottom. Let's simplify the top, so minus 6 plus 20 is 14, and then the denominator is 5. So again, you can either leave it as a top-heavy fraction, but if the question asks you to put it as a mixed number, you can simplify that into 2 and 4/5. In this last problem, you're given a formula which you may or may not be familiar with. You should see it in physics. If you haven't, don't worry about it. I'm not going to explain it because we don't really care about it. All we're interested in is substitution. So let's sub in values for v, u, and a. So you're going to get s equals brackets 6 squared, u, which is 4 squared, and divide that by 2 times 2. Let's now solve for everything in the numerator. So 6 squared is 36, 4 squared is 16. You divide that 2 times 2, which is 4. The numerator would then be 36 minus 16, which is 20, divided by 4, which is going to equal 5. That's everything with substitution.